Hello everyone, I'm Joshua from TGKB92, and today I'll be ranking the 11 Star Wars movies from worst to best. As you guys can see, I have a bunch of Star Wars Lego sets. I'm a big fan of the series. It's my favorite movie series. If you all didn't already know, I'm more of a NASCAR fan. I went at the Baby Yoda on my wall. NASCAR, a big thing I really like, and I want to be involved in it when I'm older. But today is not about that. Today is about ranking Star Wars movies from worst to best. And later I'll rank the Star Wars TV shows. I have the list of worst to best right there. And here we go. Number 11 is Solo, A Star Wars Story. I just wasn't really into it. The only good parts to me were like when Han met Chewie. By the way, spoilers for all 11 movies. Like Han met Chewie, and maybe like when Darth Maul showed up in that final fight, and maybe the Castle Run. But overall, it's not that dispensable since I pretty much knew a lot of the crew wouldn't survive in it, and yeah. And number 10 is The Force Awakens. It was the first ever movie I ever saw in theaters. Sorry, my voice sounds funny. I have a retainer in right now, and I just got my braces off at the beginning of the year. So I have to wear a retainer every night. And overall, Force Awakens completely unoriginal. When I want to see a movie, I expect it to be original. Force Awakens just felt like a copycat of A New Hope. Basically, Luke entrusted his location with this old guy, Lord Zenteka, and in A New Hope, Leia trusted R2-D2 and gave R2-D2 the information to the Death Star plans. Poe Dameron gets the plans, gets captured, and gives them to BB-8. Leia gets captured and gives them to R2-D2. BB-8 and R2-D2 stuck on desert planets, and then find a random scavenger. Luke Skywalker and Rey, random scavengers. Sorry, one of my hats. Come on, I have hats hanging on my wall and they're falling. But it was like Luke and Rey, scavengers, and it just felt unoriginal. It was like the main plot: a Star Killer base, Death Star, episode 1 of the whole thing. Technically episode 4 in the timeline, but first one that was ever released. But plus, later on, Han Solo dies, Obi-Wan dies, both by people they used to love. Just felt unoriginal on almost every level. Plus, people they thought were gonna Obi-Wan, Luke didn't know if he was alive or not, or something like that, and people didn't know where Han and Chewie were, so they just returned out of nowhere. By far, number 9 is The Last Jedi. And I just see I have two of my favorite ships. Like one is the bomber, and the other is the speeder back here. No, I'm not done, Captain Rex. But basically, episode 8. Basically, they're just on the run the whole time. It just feels like there's no main plot to it. They're just on the run. Basically, to me, the main good scenes are probably the beginning where Obi-Wan tricks General Hux. That was really funny. They just got out of the showers. My hair's a bit of a mess. So, yeah, they're basically just on the run the whole time. Plus, Luke's death didn't make that much sense. All I know is, I don't know if there's any lore behind this or not, but basically, all I know is you just see Luke projecting himself to Kylo Ren and all of them, and then distracting them while the Resistance escapes. So basically, just distracted them, then he just disappears on the rock. And the next one is The Phantom Menace. overall, it's an okay movie, and my favorite parts are probably the pod race when not Obi-Wan, Anakin says like, no, this is pod racing with the Naboo starfighter, when they took out all those ships and took out like the main ship, and Darth Maul and Obi-Wan's fight. But overall, I just wasn't that into it, especially like the Gungans. I just wasn't a huge fan. And yeah, number 7 is The Rise of Skywalker. Overall, it's a really good movie. You guys can all have your own opinions, but I know a lot of people hate the sequels. Personally, they're meh for me. I mean, I don't really like Force Awakens or Last Jedi, but Rise of Skywalker is alright. But it just feels like, who are those Sith in the background of Exegol? Like, basically, how did Palpatine return? Who made the clones? Why did one of his clones disobey him? I was just have questions about it, and like, by far, the best, mainly good scene was when, like, Lando Calrissian and them return with all those ships, like the Ghost right here. And yeah. Number 6 is Empire Strikes Back. Overall, I really like this movie. Like, I really like the sloth, I almost said sloth. Ginzy the Bunker really likes sloths. But basically, I was watching, I just watched something a while ago. It was a deleted scene where Wampa just dragged a stormtrooper, a snow trooper in there. And it was just really funny. But then, the infamous line, "No, I am your father." I'm just trying to do my best Darth Vader impression. But overall, I really like the snow speeder scene. I like the lightsaber battle in it. My Imperial shuttle's falling apart. And probably the next one's A New Hope. I really like when Han Solo just comes out of nowhere and just blasts a TIE fighter. The TIE fighter pilot gets distracted and crashes into Darth Vader, and the TIE fighter pilot crashes and blows up. YouTube is just a movie, it's all fake. And then Darth Vader just goes flying for who knows how long. Unless he regained control, and I just don't remember. And yeah. And number 4 is Attack of the Clones. I really liked the Battle of Geonosis, and there are a few things. I watched this guy on YouTube called Michael J. You guys should watch his channel. He reviewed Star Wars battles in .25 speed, and he notices a lot. One battle is the Battle of Geonosis, where he knows I know this is Ahsoka Tano, but he knows Sakura is just flailing her lightsaber around, and I thought that was kind of odd, but overall it really introduced the clones in an awesome way, and that big battle, and yeah. Plus, we get to see Kamino for the first time. And, thank you all for watching. I'm Joshua from JDKB92. I'll be back with part 2, which will be the top 3 favorite movies. Have a great day, everyone, and please like and subscribe. Bye.